at a few skills for today's class. The first thing we're going to do is talk a little bit about search and how we can find some images that are in the public domain. For example, just going back to Adobe Spark, I wanted to point out that if you click on the background image, whether it's one you've put in or whether it's one that they're giving you, if you click here, you'll see it says View Image Source Page, no rights reserved, etc. You could actually click here, get the image, and actually capture that URL if if you wanted to cite this as a source. Couple other key things to understand is there's something called Creative Commons, which is kind of an alternative to copyright. And if you go to our EdTech Methods, our Digital Hygiene tab here, you can go to Creative Commons Search right here, and we'll scroll past the ad, and you'll see that you can type in a term like dog. Right here it says use for commercial purposes. That's probably a little more restrictive. So I would uncheck that and just say you want to be able to modify, adapt it. This gives you a search of Creative Commons images of dogs on Flickr. If you hit the back button and you wanted to go to like videos that had dogs on YouTube that were in the public domain, you could do it that way and so forth. And you'll see they have some other things here for music, for media, etc. In all likelihood, you might just actually use Google search. So I've typed in dog and I've gotten it. But if you look here, this is, for example, an image from Petco. So this is a copyrighted image. So if you're on Google and searching for images and you want to get to copyright free, click right here on Settings, go to Advanced Search, and click at the very bottom where it says Usage Rights here. Click on Free to Use or Share, and then click Advanced Search. And now all of these images are in the public domain. So you can use them because right here it says labeled for non-commercial reuse. You can also, if you wanted to go with certain sizes or types, etc., you could do it. So let's say that we like this dog here, and we're going to click here, and we're actually going to go visit the page, and that's the dog. And then if I click here, I've got a free download, so I'm going to download the dog. And for our purposes, you can typically download something that's 1280 or perhaps 640. You don't need something that's that big because our blog just isn't that large. So I'm going to download this one. Okay, and there we go. We downloaded it. So I've got that image now. I'm just going to put that image on my desktop here so you can see it. Boom. So there it is. The other thing is we want to cite the source. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to highlight this person's name and do Control Copy. And then over here on the blog post, I'm going to do image source like this. And I'm going to paste it in. And I also want to get the URL, which brings us to another thing, which is how to make a hyperlink. So I'm going to click up here and do a command copy. So now I've got that on my clipboard, and the way you make a hyperlink is you got a hyperlink from something. So in this case it's from text, and you go up here to this little insert link and you paste in there, and then you have to actually apply it here. So I've just made a hyperlink. Now the last thing I want to do is I want to put the image right here. That's a little different than the featured image. This is an image that actually appears in the post. Pretty simple to do. We're just going to click Add Media like this. I'm going to drag this image in, and you can adjust the size here. Kind of no point in making it 1280 because our site isn't that big. So we're just going to go with large. We're going to insert it into the post, and then I'm going to save the draft. and take a look at what we've got here with the preview. So you'll see we have the image in the poem. Oh boy, make a liar out of me. All right, what's going on here? What didn't I do wrong? Okay, well here's a chance to troubleshoot. I'll go back here. What did I do wrong? Let's see, edit this. Huh, hyperlink to media file. Don't know. Update. Save draft. Preview. Preview post. There it is. Okay. A little better. I don't know what happened. Okay. This is different than a featured image, which is something that would go up here. Okay. Enough of that. Let's close this down.